I want to show you how to use Matlab, especially to solve control problems. So basically, when you launch Matlab programs, you will see basically there are small window within the Matlab itself. You see that the first one is current folder. That's where you can browse all your files from that folder straight away from Matlab. You can open it, you can edit names and see. And then the middle ones is a command window, right? You see that the command window here, and then on the right is your workspace, where the variable is stored, or you can see the workspace here. Okay, I'll provide you some guidelines in the PDF file here on top. You can download it from e-learning. All right, that will give you some common command and that can be used to input control transfer function. All right, so you see there, I think you guys may be used this before, maybe familiar with these programs, but I'm going to show you just very basics. Okay, the first one, you see that in command window, because Matlab is very simple programs that you can actually execute any functions, simple functions straight away from the command window. For example, okay, if you want to solve a simple mathematical problems like a equal to 3. Okay, notice that when you define a equal to 3 in the workspace section here on the right, you see there's a and the value is 3. So that means the Matlab already defines 3 into a. That means this a is a variable, 3 is the value of that variable. You can double click that 3. You see that, you double click this. Okay, that's a3, right? Okay, and then let's say b equal to 6. Then it create b for you, 6 and 3. And then the next one, if you want to compute c equal to a plus b, then it will create, because c is a new variables, a is already there, it will take the value a plus the value of b, and then it will put it into c, right? So it will create c. So c equal to 9, right? So you notice that when you when you input anything here, it will show you a equal to 3, and then it will show you the answer a equal to 3. If you don't want to see this, you can suppress that value. So like a equal to 3, right? Or maybe a equal to 4. You change the value in a, so you don't see a equal to 4 here, but in fact the a value is changed to 4 here. So same things, if you want to create a new variable d equal to maybe b minus a, right? And then you want to suppress that value from the screen. Okay, this is d equal to 2 in the workspace there, right? So if you want to define different variables, try not to use the same variable, because if you use the same variable, the current value of that variable will replace the previous one, right? So if you don't want to use that variable, you need to create a new variable. Okay, now you see we have all these command window space full. Then we need to clear up this area. So we need to clear up, you need to run the command. You can refer to the commands, general command in Matlab command here, right, in the second page. So clear command window, CLC, just to to erase all this history in the command window. So it's clear CLC, so you have a new a fresh Windows. Same things if you want to clear the workspace, you don't want to use it anymore, right? Okay, take note that sometimes you want to use it in the future. You might want to keep some of the variable here, so you can actually delete one by one, right? Or you can go to here and then maybe you want to clear workspace, right? So you can click on this button and then you clear workspace, right? Or alternatively, you can actually use the command window as well, like clear variables, vars. Okay, that's a command to clear that workspace. You see, when I enter this command, it will clear up this area. So you have a fresh workspace and also command window. Okay, that's about how to use that command window, right? So the first thing, okay, because if you were to write long programs, we can't actually write on the command window because the command window is just temporary command. So when you clear, it's gone, right? So you might want to create a file that contains that commands, right? Let's say, for example, we can write a scripts, right? Just now we execute a command window. Right now we want to test Matlab scripts. Okay, so we need to click new, right? Click on the scripts. So there's untitled scripts is open for you. Then you can write the same things. Let's say you want to define a equal to 5. You suppress it so that when you run it, you don't see the value on the command windows. So b equal to 6. C equal to 5, maybe, okay, C equal to 1, etc., right? So once you define that, you probably might want to execute a certain function. Let's say D equal total, let's say total, maybe equals A plus B plus C, right? So you want to suppress that, so that, okay, and then that's all, right? So we need to save this. We close this, and then we will ask you to save this. So save maybe in the same folder here, current folder. So maybe name it the test 1, okay, test program 1. So we save it to M file, save. So now you see that the test program 1 is here, right? So we don't have to type this time. Okay, now I need to clear the command window, okay, and then okay, now we have the workspace area empty, fresh, okay. Now we want to execute this one, right? So we want to execute this one. We can simply run from that command window. Just type the name, okay? Test program 1. Test prog 1. Okay, just with M or without M will do. So write that the file name, and then you just enter it. Right? Enter. So you see that in the workspace, the variable that you enter in the M files, right, it will appear here because you run this as if you input a equal to 5 from the command window, but it will automatically done it for you, because you run these programs, it will execute that program and when it give you these values to the sum, right? So, but you don't see it here because you suppress all the values, right? If you want to see the total sum on the screen, you have to go back to the program, double click that programs. So you want to see this, right, on the screen, on the command window, the answer. So you just, remove the semicolon, save it. Okay, now we want to run it again. Okay, that's you can press the up or down arrow, right, on your keyboard to call for the the history of the command that you wrote before. So in this case, I just choose test program 1 and then I run again. You see that because the total sum in the script, I don't suppress it. It will appear here, right? But it is the value is still there in the workspace, right? So that's how we write MATLAB script program. It's simple. So you can add more commands in the test programs, but this is the basic idea how to input the the command into the or to execute a command into the MATLAB environment. So we have at least 2 ways to compute now, right? So first one is a command window, second one is MATLAB script, right? So this is okay. We're gonna basically execute we do some analyze on the transfer functions, control transfer function that we learned before, and then see what are the parameters that we can actually obtain from this. All right. So okay, there's a command, general MATLAB commands. Okay, for control systems, because the control systems we want to analyze the transfer functions. Okay, the transfer functions normally comes in this form. Okay, systems equal to numerator and denominator, right? So so let me clear this one first. Clear command clc clear. I want to clear the workspace, right? Clear variables. Okay, it's clear. Okay, now I have a fresh Windows. Okay, now let's say I want to input a transfer function, say systems, as a systems 1 equals to 1 over s plus 1, right? Okay, you see there's undefined function or variable s because we have to tell the MATLAB that we're gonna input the transfer functions in terms of s, right? So that's why first time we need to do, first off, we need to let the MATLAB knows that we're gonna use a transfer function in s domain, right? So first we have to write this s equal to tf, okay, s, okay. You need to run this command first time, and after that you don't have to write again. Okay, now MATLAB knows that s is a continuous time transfer functions. Okay, so this time if you want to input a transfer function into this workspace, so as systems equal to 1 over, let's say, s plus 1, then it shows you systems equal to 1 s plus 1, and then on the right side, on the right hand side in the workspace area, you see that it's a systems, there's an object there, right? So when you double click this, well, there's a lot of things here. That's why we call it object, not variable. Variable is just single number. All right, so this is object here. When you call that object, all right, let's say you want to call system, so it will show you this transfer function, right? Okay, there's at least 4 different ways, right, to enter this transfer function into MATLAB. You see, A, B, C, and D. Okay, the first one is if you have a transfer function like this, right, where you have the explicit roots, s plus 1, s plus 2, s plus 3. So we don't have to multiply and then get the standard form in this polynomial form, right? So we can simply enter using this one, right? So now let me clear this one first. CLC, sorry. Okay, so you want to enter this one, right? This GS1 over. So I'll probably GS1 equals 1 over, I need to put a bracket there, all right? s plus 1, and then you need to multiply signs s plus 2. Okay. Oops, you see that, right? What's wrong with this? Okay, you need to put the outside, the bracket outside of this denominator, right? Like this. So what you have to do is you have to put, sorry, okay, like this. Okay, now it seems correct. You need to verify this with your transfer function, right? So this is there's one way to input the transfer function, this transfer function into Matlab. All right. Okay, now move on to B. If let's say we have a transfer function in this form, right? Okay, this is s squared, yeah, not s2, s squared 6s plus 5. So we name it like gs, probably gs2, okay, and then we have 10 over okay, we have to put a bracket s to the power of 2 squared, okay, plus 6 multiply sines s, and then plus 5. Okay, then we enter. Okay, as long as you see that this transfer function is the same as your transfer function, that means you enter it correctly. Okay.